Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We're picking up where we last left off, where we were looking into the Mystic Carrion's immortality and found out that it is tied to something akin to a phylactery. I know he's not a lich, but it seems a similar idea, which is somewhere underground. And that seems like we're again pointing to the sewers, which we've been told to avoid, otherwise we risk Halsin being killed. So I finally decided to look into that online, because I've been avoiding all the quests that involve the sewers because I don't want Halsin to die. And from what I found out, he's not going to unless we screw things up. So it sounds like she doesn't kill him until we actually arrive wherever she's at. So we can explore the rest of the sewers just fine. And even if we stumble upon where she's at, there still are some various checks and options and whatever to try and stop her from killing him. So that's not to say that things can't play out where he'll die, but I don't need to be as worried as I have been. So with that in mind, I want to start taking on some of those quests. Namely, we have the obvious entrance here for the Ballast Tribunal, which might actually be heading towards Orin. We had other sewer entrances. I don't remember where all the various sewer entrances were that we kind of avoided. There was an entrance from the guild, as I recall. I think there was another sewer entrance around here that we could have gone down. But I think I'm just going to go with here because we know we've got a quest directly there. And see where that takes us. Yeah. And my guess is, if we're thinking about the Mystic Carrion's servant and ending the immortality, we were told it's subterranean crypt. And it feels to me like that would be around the graveyard. So going here, Candle Hollow's tombstones, that all feels like we'd be in the right area. So, I guess I'll open up the map again so I can teleport. Let's go to the Basilisk Gate. I think we can just get down there because we have the note about the murders and we have the bag of hands. So, and I think that's all that was required. That's not where I want to be. We want to be heading this way, I think. Ooh, there's an area here we haven't explored, according to the map. Randomly getting distracted already. Through this door. Okay. It's a building we haven't explored that we won't get in trouble for unlocking. Oh, and also Shadowheart is still shape-shifted. That's fine. Guaranteed success.
Well, that ends not as bad as
And another mailbox we haven't opened. You have 4 letters. Let's meet. I have the information you wanted. You were right. The temple membership is growing. I'll tell you about their so-called tribunal. Meet me tomorrow, you know where. Ah, that is what we were wanting to look into, is the murder tribunal. Bloodstained note. I found you. A strip of paper with the following words written in blood. Yikes. One last chance. You didn't come. Don't you realize I'm risking my neck for you? I can't have this information sitting on me. They'll find me. I'll give you one last chance. Meet me tonight or never contact me again. Municipal sanitation notice. Is this the same one about... Yeah. The kobolds all died and the sewers are gross. Those are...
This corpse has been desecrated, displayed, and there's nothing random about it.
Nope. So, another murder. Hey, another piece of dribbles, the clown. Clown's severed pelvis.
Circus clowns. What an end for Dribbles the clown.
Well, that's
Keep your hands
convenient.
to yourself. You're being watched.
Oh, come on. I'm solving a murder. Can you leave? Please?
Don't waste a step.
Here, you can follow me out. Because I want to read that note too. Hello? No? Alright, we don't need the note. Also, Astarion, why are you not following? Why are both of you not following? Lae'zel and Astarion. Oh, you're in conversation.
Crime's been committed, and this guard's decided to investigate.
Okay.
Investigate you, to be specific.
Why are they in conversation when clearly I was the one? Because Varric can talk his way out of this. But instead we're Lae'zel now, for whatever reason. I think you have me confused with someone else.
A criminal would never speak with such integrity. You must be innocent.
Oh, well, yeah, thanks.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Let's just close that door. Lae'zel? Oh, okay. Please don't open that door while I'm... Oh, you... Come on. I'm doing illegal things. Don't open the door. Effigy of Balthazar, who lacked ambition. What use his refusal? He thought himself free, but destiny claimed his corpse the same. Below is an exaggerated signature written in blood, or in the red. Okay. So, yeah. Well, at least we found another piece of dribbles. I don't know how many we need. But if we find... does it say dribbles? No. Clown? We've got his foot and his pelvis. I was sure we had more. Maybe I put them on other people. Which means they may be on someone who's not even in our party at the moment. No, I've got his foot. A foot, a torso, and the pelvis. So who has the... We gave Lae'zel the torso. You can have a foot and a pelvis as well. Just so that they're not encumbering me. But that's cool. We're making progress on the dribbles thing. I need to keep an eye out for areas that have murders. But I guess there wasn't anything obvious pointing here. Like from the outside, this isn't heavily marked. Unless they're counting that. But like the other house we found that had a bunch of the, you know, symbols of the absolute written in blood, it was obvious. This one from the outside, I can't see anything that would have pointed me there. But yeah, I need to find the rest of those pieces. Well, let's take the gold since it's there. Repairs payment. Thank you for repairing my wife's vase. She has been sad ever since the upper city was sealed and she can't see her siblings, and this will go a long way to cheer her up, as the vase was a gift from them. I've added a gratuity to your fee to cover your rush and in gratitude for the care you took. Well, I just took that gratuity. You're welcome. So it's here.
Hello.
So this building?
Nice day for a walk.
Yeah, probably this building. Okay. What's your deal?
Oh, do you actually want one? Sorry, I can't sell you any right now, but you can look. Mum will be back soon. I mean, shopkeeper will be back soon.
Okay. Sure. We've been over here. I remember talking to you guys. So that's right here next to Kanda Hollow's tombstone.
Anything of use?
Speak your loss. A self-help book explaining the true happiness begins with a tidy house and well-polished floorboards. So that's more of the Lady of Loss stuff.
Twice what you just said.
Alright. We are in Bunch of caskets that are empty. That one's not. At some point, we're supposed to get challenged, I think, where we show off the hands. There's an animal carcass in that casket. That's special. You have food in this one. Weird. Anyway. I should probably
Something over there.
reread what we're supposed to do. Something about this painting stands out. Do we move it? Okay, yeah, there's a button underneath. Seekers. If you seek the tribunal, let death be your guide, for what is behind death but murder? I mean, you can kind of see that there's a doorway behind this bookshelf.
What a day.
But I'm sure we have to push the button. Before we do that, yeah, I think I want to reread exactly what we know about how to get in there. Which I don't think we probably have a note, but maybe it's just in our journal.
Can't give up now.
Keeping up appearances. Clerk Davidge. Remember, you are in the business of making Candahola's tombstones look like a genuine retail establishment. Keep all the prices about half again, too high so you don't sell very much inventory. Think of the shop as a stage set rather than an actual going concert. Animal speaking is always great. I'll take the holy water. So, if we go to... Dribbles the clown. That's just the parts we found. No statement of how many parts we need to find. If we're going to look at... Is it going to be Orin? No. Yeah, the murder tribunal. This is actually investigating Orin. Well, that answers that. We are, in fact, going straight there. Oh, well. We've taken the serial killer Dullar's sick trophies, the hands of his victims. We can use these to access the Dreadlord's tribunal underneath Candahola's tombstones and find out how to enter the Temple of Baal. Thought... If we go to our inventory, it was like a bloody note or something. Crumpled note. Rancid note. Sulfurous note, probably not. Raphael's notes, rancid note. Is it you? Nope. Blood. Bloodstained parchment? Could be. Enter the Temple of Baal, must slay the targets on the list. Bring the victim's hands as proof of the killing. Walk in blood aspirant. Maybe not. Handbag. Anything in here? No, it's just the hands. I thought there was more information we had of like a password or something. But maybe not.
The locked door has red text on it reading, "All are weighted, all are embraced. None shall escape."
Speak the passphrase Sicarius. Okay, so we did have a passphrase that we found somewhere. The text is vaguely familiar. Try to recall its historical source. Examine the red symbol emblazoned on the door. We're going to do pretty poorly at both of these. I guess we'll do okay at the history. I assume we can speak the passphrase even if we fail the history. So let's at least try and learn a bit more. DC 20. Yikes. No.
The phrase sounds familiar, but you can't quite recall where you heard it.
Alright, we'll speak the passphrase Sicarius. Okay, so that got us down here. There wasn't anyone down here to listen to our passphrase? Who are we speaking the phrase to? Or was it just magic?
On my way.
Oh, we're saving right away. Okay. I guess that's fair. We are in enemy territory.
Flaming fists this way.
Okay. So flaming fists go that way. What do we have over here? Tribunal antechamber. Do we want to go straight for the tribunal antechamber? Or do we want to see where else in the sewers we can go? Ultimately, I don't think the stuff with the Mystic Carrion is going to be in the tribunal area, probably. So I am somewhat more inclined. You just have a bunch of skulls placed here. And that one's randomly surrounded in blood. Okay. I don't think that the Mystic Carrion stuff is going to be in there, and I don't see the need for us to rush that since it is directly related to Orin. So let's head down here and see what we find. Okay, we've got some grease. Yeah.
Be cautious.
Yep, there's traps here because they think fists are dumb enough to just go where they say.
Well, hello.
Alright, Astarion, can you disarm that for me? Thank you.
Alright, what now?
We're going to definitely set off some of these traps, and it's going to turn out poorly. Just going to slowly progress forward. Alright, we've got what appears to be an arrow pointing towards this chest. There's got to be a trap. There has to be. Come on. Is there really no trap on this chest? Weird. Just a potion of supreme healing, which I will gladly take. Also, this doesn't go anywhere else, so this isn't tied to the rest of the sewers. This is just
What path lies before me?
the Ballast Crypt. So this isn't going to be tied to... Yeah, this isn't going to be tied to the rest of the sewers. So then do I want to go somewhere else and explore the sewers if we assume Orin is going to be in here and the rest of the sewers are free game? Kind of, yes. I feel a little bad going back and forth with decisions. You just have barrels of bones? Okay. Y'all are creepy, which I guess is understandable. But yeah, I think we'll go somewhere else now that I know that the rest of the sewers are not tied into the ballast setup. I assume they'd all be connected. So there were sewers, I think, in this general area. Maybe. I know that we got into the sewers accidentally from the guild. Maybe I should just go there because I know we've been to that entrance already.
She's gone to pot ever since I left.
So the guild is not down here. The guild is up here. Back here. There we are. And Orn implied that the whole sewers was connected to her, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised. No, we don't need to go down. We got to it through her room, didn't we? It's hard for me to remember. Yeah, and this door is still locked for no reason. Right, it was back through here. Yeah, where we sent Astarion alone. In order to get in. I'm vaguely remembering. So let's do a group hide. Split everyone apart. Astarion, we want you also to be hiding.
Let's keep to the shadows.
Open that.
Nice and easy.
We're going to send everyone in sneakily.
Oh, I should have worn better boots.
Shadowheart, you are next.
Next, I wonder.
Because you're closest. And I don't want people having to walk around you.
What to do?
Then Varric.
Time to press ahead.
And lastly, Lae'zel.
Light steps.
Close the door. Alright, perfect. Regroup, get out of stealth.
What to do?
And to get into the sewers was what?
One day I'll catch a break.
Was it down here? Yeah, it's down there. It's down this ladder. There we are. Gotta remember, it's been weeks for me. So here, how did we open that? Was that a button that was in the vault? Probably was. Come on, Scratch. Out of my way. So let's head back into the vault that we just left. Through here. Then hit that button. Did that open it? No. Okay. There's definitely something. What am I not remembering? Things I know I knew that are now gone. Was there a lever or something down here? I don't think it was out there. We're sure it's not that button. Now, I don't see any other buttons around here. So I'm inclined to think it's something down here, although the fact there's a button I can't figure out what it does doesn't fill me with happiness. Heavy chest. Lever. That's what we're looking for. Almost certainly. Yeah, okay. We are in the sewers. So we have a door over here. Ow. Yikes. Found a trap. Found another trap. Cool. If you guys could spot those earlier, that would be fantastic. Refugees. Nightblades. Death's Head. Alright, let's assume the refugees are friendly and the Nightblades are not.
What's this? A heretic in our midst? Your death in the Dread Lord's name.
Perfect. So what effect do you guys have on you that's making you glow a weird red? Frightened. Is that it? Must be. I don't see anything else going on. You have 10 AC and 10 hit points. How are you still alive when they've been shooting at you for several rounds? And I guess a lot of you are dead. Also, refugees from what? Anyway, Starion, you're first. I'm inclined to have you just throw this to start. Hopefully Varric isn't too close. Thankfully he's not. Good damage. Can you get over there? You're gonna catch yourself on fire. And you can't actually even make it over there. I could dash. Or I could jump. If I jumped, could I get you to avoid the fire? Not really. Maybe, but I'm pretty sure you'd still end up stepping in it. Even if I jumped you. And it'd be smarter to jump where you didn't have to walk all the way around the whole party. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen either. So jumping seems pointless. I could dash and still get you close enough to do a sneak attack, offhand attack. So let's do that. Sure, take out this one. Level 3, level 3, level 8, actually. You might be the one to focus on. And then you are level 3. Yeah. Unstoppable 3, which means you ignore the first few hits. Reduce damage of the next taken to 1. Yeah, don't waste your sneak attack on them. Just take out this one.
Come on then.
No, you don't need to crit. Perfect. And can you get out of the fire? And the Aura of Murder, even better. You stunned me. Well, that's not cool. Alright, Scratch, you're gonna be worthless, so sit it out. I mean that in the nicest way possible, but yeah. 70% on you isn't bad. If we had you run up and attack, you can't get there. Have you jump, you'd be setting yourself on fire. And I don't know how good your attack would be. Let's have you jump there, so you can move forward without being on fire. Or not. But hopefully I can now see 70%, 90% there. But in that case, you'd be doing 6 to 11 damage versus 3 to 24. I'd rather take the 70%. Didn't kill, because of course not. Being stunned sucks. Alright, Lae'zel. Get over here, please.
In my best interest.
I was hoping to avoid having you light yourself on fire, but misjudged that, clearly. You'll get 3 attacks, which will cut through her unstoppable. There's 1. I guess that broke through the unstoppable, because she was only at unstoppable 1 by that point. Not sure where she'd taken the other 2 hits. That works for me. I don't see a need to waste our action surge here. Starion, go for the kill. Don't double strike, man. What a waste. And you're not going to be able to get down here to attack the last one. So just stand off to the side. It's such a waste to just end your turn there, but also moving him forward without being able to attack would also be worthless. Whatever. Scratch. Just end your turn. Shadowheart. Please avoid the fire. Then from here, you should be able to attack. Perfect. Then pull back so that he can't shoot you. Oh, he was able to see. I assumed that ledge would be too high for him to see.
Another day, another fight.
Goodbye. No. Alright, simple enough. Let's go talk to these refugees.
Have to keep going.
Go! We won't have another chance.
Oh, or not. Where did you guys go?
Open up.
Alright, what can we find out about these guys? Any notes? You're both carrying pot lids. You've got a spoon. Just a bunch of random stuff. Alright. Not sure where the refugees went. I was hoping to talk to them, find out more about what was going on with this. Got another lever here to something. Also curious. Nothing on you. You hopefully will have some stuff. Just the murderous cut. We've seen several of those. And I assume nothing of note on you. Alright, let's pull the lever, see what happens.
Sure.
Hopefully it turns off all of that. And it does. I wasn't actually expecting that, because I assumed that was just smell wafting off of the sewage. But no, they had actual vents of stink cloud. Alright. Then I guess... Oh, dear. Did I step on something, or is it just extremely temporary? It's probably extremely temporary. No, there is a click happening here. Astarion, can you disarm that granite rock? Which is a very strange thing to say. Disarming a rock. Okay, the rock has been disarmed.
Blood. No, never mind.
So now we should be able to... can you hit the lever again? For a third time? Yeah, so the granite rock must have turned it back on.
How much farther can I go?
Sorry about that. And let's jump over. And that'll allow us to get to here safely. So what reason would we have for being down here where the traps are? Because the stink didn't come up here. It doesn't look like there's anything down there that we would actually care to go through. So I don't understand the point of the trap. Yeah. Seems odd. Lever probably turns the trap back on. Let's see what we can see. So So we're at this door, which is taking us to the murder tribunal. Is that to a... Maybe the tribunal is connected, but it's through a back door. Like, one entrance leads into that front door that we saw, and then maybe there's a connection over here. Maybe. That leads to the Steel Watch Foundry, which we still haven't dealt with because I was trying to put off the Gortash side of things as well. Although that's not directly related to Gortash in the same way that the Murder Tribunal is directly under Orin versus the I thought... Oh no, Disable the Steel Watch is directly under Gortash. We've got stuff with the gnomes and stuff that's part of... Or no. This is the gnome stuff I was thinking of, Barkus and Wolverine telling us to deal with the Steel Watch, which is directly under Gortash. The deal with the gnomes was the guy who told us to kill all the gnomes, which I'm probably not going to do. Anyway, I think we're going to keep exploring the sewers, probably heading this direction, but if it looks like we're getting directly to the tribunal, we'll probably turn around and head this direction to explore there. But that'll be for next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you had fun, and I'll see you then. Bye.